Hey again. In this video, we will start implement simple layout with one button and one input field. Someone enter data and you process it with the button. So to get started, I will create folder here and name it UI. Okay. Then in this folder, I will start do my work. I will create a new file. I name it button and entry in this way. Okay. So we said before, when I want to work with layout, first of all, I have to do from tk enter, hopefully from and not this way, from tk enter import. I do import for star for everything. Then I say from tk enter, I do import for tk. This thing I used it in my code. So first of all, we said when I need layout, I have to have a root. So I will say root equal T capital K. That means I have a layout. Now what I need to define something. And let me start with adding the button. So the button should be written this way. Say button equal ttk dot button in this way, and this button should add it to the root, and this button have a text, which this text should be equal to like click me, whatever. Okay, and this process we did it before, but we did it from the layout. Now to add this button to the layout, I have to say button dot pick. Is that right? Yes. Say button dot pick. Now if you run it, if you just click right and you click run, I don't think you will be able to see it. So you are not, because there is not some even saying hey show it. Before when he was doing the IDLE, he was taking care about that part. So you need to add one thing here on the end. Add one thing. Say root dot main loop. This method will show a form for you. But before IDLE, he was responsible for showing the form. So if you see, he will add it here. This is my button. So now I have TK having single button, and that is. Now let me go forward and we add more. Now I want to add very, very basic entry. So yeah, entry, someone enter information. So I would say, hey, I have entry, and this entry will be equal ttk dot entry, and this entry should add it to the root also, and you could give it any width. Let me give it width, I mean the width of my entry. Let me suppose I want to give it 15. Okay, 15 pixel. That means the width of my entry. Also, because entry is object, I have to say entry dot peak. Because I say peak, that means he will add it under the first one. So if you remember, now I have only one button. So when we talk about peak, that means the peak is working in this way. So if you have a layout, first of all, you have layout. When I say button dot peak, he will take the button and he add it. When I want to add another one, I say this is peak, he will add it under it. When I add another one, he will add it under it, and he will continue. So now that's mean he will have button then entry. So if I just close it, or it's better to close it from here, then click back again, run. If you don't see it, go here and click go down, and you'll see it in the down. I mean the down, very down, you will see it. So yes, here's it. Here's the button and here's the entry. If someone enters something, this is button click. But not the button top and the entry down. So you know what you will do. Just take the button, move it, and add it here. And hey, you're done. If you just try to rerun it again, you have to be able to see the button on the top and or the input field at the top and the button down. If you see it's too much, because I said 15. So you could do it like hey 13 or 13. Oh, let me say it's 13. Let me think about the size of the input field. So hey, here you go. Now I have the input field here. Now yes, just I want to make some interaction. I want when someone click on the button, I get this data displayed on the output. Just very basic process. So first of all, you need to have a button event. So let me just remove places here, and I will create event here. I name it div bu click. So that means when someone click on the button, this button will show us anything. Like let me say, because this one on the top, it is better to take this event down, because I want to read the entry value, so I have to be down on the entry. So now I want to say hey print I want to get whatever data inside the entry. I say entry dot get. Hopefully get will be able to get the data that already been in entry. Why I move it down? Because if I move it up, he will not know what I mean by entry. It's not public entry. So move it here, so I will be access to that event. Now what I will do here after I define it, I will say I have to do it after define because I will not able to access to it to this method. So I will say button dot you know that set config or config, not set config. That means hey, my button dot config. I say hey, I have command in this way. Hopefully I write it in correct way. command equal my command to call be you click. That means hey, when someone click on the button, call this method, and this method when it called print the entry. Did you see what I did? I added button dot config for the command after creating the function, because you will not know the function if I added before it. Also here, if you see, I add this function after the entry because entry have to be first. This is how we learn. So rerun it again, and hopefully you see the screen now. I say hello. If I click here, you see hello here in the output. I say welcome to Python. Okay, I click enter. See here right here, welcome to Python. That's great. Now I want when he click on the button, I delete the data. It's really simple process. I have entry. I say entry dot remove. So because I want to remove thing, so it is delete, not remove. So now when I say hey, I want to do delete from where to where, I say hey, start from the first location to the end. So I say end. That means delete all the information. If you want to delete only first 10 character, say 0 to 10. I want to delete all the element, I say from 0 to end. Now if I just rerun the code again, you'll see whenever I added and I click, he will delete it because he get, then he delete. Going back, show this one, I say hello, click enter, he will show hello, then he clear it. Why he clear it? Because I say clear from 0 to end. What if I say hey, create from 0 to 3? He will create only 3 elements from the input. So if I go back, I say hello, I click and see he take only 3 character and he keep the remain. But I want to delete all the information. I will say 0 to end. That means delete all the thing you have it. Also, you could insert element, like you don't have to only delete. Like I want to insert when someone click on the button. I say hey, entry dot, I want to add data to the entry. I say entry dot insert in this way, and I say hey, insert which location? In the first location, insert button, click it. That means hey, whenever anyone click on the button, insert button, click it. So now if you run it, what you will see is this. So going back here, if I click on the button, he say button is click it. Why? Because he been here, he insert button in 0 location. If I click it again, he will add the button here because I say it again in 0 location, in the start location. Did you see? So this is basically if you want to insert element. But the idea for now, I just want to clear anything after he click the button, so I make it really clear to interact. And the idea from this video also make you familiar like how you could write something, how you click button, you get that something and print it. Also how you will be able to set as you see it using